What's up, everybody? This is Sean with Frame the Stage. We are here at Bethel Road Pub for the Battle for the Range Finals. We have Pray for Sleep. If you guys could go around and introduce yourselves and what you guys play.
What's up? I'm Cameron, and I'm the singer.
Hi, I'm Hayden. I'm one of the guitarists.
I'm Rito, and I play drums.
I'm Grant. I'm also a guitarist, and I sing a little bit.
So how did you guys meet?
So I played in this 4th of July parade for Westerville, and I was playing drums on the back of this big truck, and I posted it on Instagram, and Hayden commented on it, and he sent me a message and said he was looking for a band. Then eventually we met Cam because he went to school with Hayden, and then we met Grant later.
So how did you guys get the name Pray for Sleep?
So there was this guy named Covey. He was in the band a while ago, but yeah, he named the band Pray for Sleep, and he said it was pretty personal to him. He never told us what it meant, but yeah, he left the band like right away, and he's like, "You guys can just keep the name." So we kept it.
So if you guys could tour with one band, who would it be?
I'd say all around Beartooth.
Yeah, Beartooth.
Or we came as Romans.
Gotta love Beartooth.
Yep.
One of those two? Awesome. So when it comes to influences, what are you guys' influences?
Beartooth.
Beartooth?
Yeah, I like the simplicity of their riffs. I mean, it's very catchy and very nice.
I would say like Beartooth for sure, but more like actually Caleb Shomo, just how he writes everything, because he has a very raw sound, and that's exactly what we were going for, and then kind of put a personal spin on it, try to make it more appealing to more people.
Awesome. So far, what's your favorite moment of being in a band?
The first show was really fun because we were all super nervous and had a few hang-ups when we first got up there. But I think we pulled off a really good show, and we had a lot of our friends there and kind of got us into the element and helped us figure out, like, what do we need to do better, what we do well already, all that stuff.
So was there a band or a song that got you into music, wanting to be in a band?
I strictly only listened to jazz growing up, so Louis Armstrong is a big influence for me. Yeah, what about you, Hayden?
My dad showed me Seven Nation Army by Jack White when I was a little kid, and he's like, "That's cool, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." And he brought out the guitar. He's like, "All right, you're gonna learn it," and I was like, "All right," and that's where it all started.
My dad actually was in a lot of bands throughout his life, and he played drums, so he basically taught me everything I know since I was born, really. And then listening to a lot of like 80s like hair metal and stuff like that, I just got really into it and just started learning songs and got into a few other bands, and it's always been part of my life.
I mean, I've been listening to music my whole life. Definitely rock and metal have been my two favorite genres of music, and being in a band has always been kind of in the background as a dream of mine, so this has been a really cool opportunity.
So along those lines, what do you guys enjoy about being a musician?
Oh, performing for sure. Performing for fans and crowds is crazy. It's such a good time. It's like a party. Oh.
Yeah, definitely performing is a huge part, and just loving on people and the fans. It's all really awesome.
Yeah, I'd say performing too, but our music kind of has a message behind it that we don't want anyone to feel like alone in what they're dealing with. So as long as we're helping people out from what we're doing, then that makes me happy.
Yeah, I definitely feel like music is such a great example of self-expression, and I feel like that's such a great like open door for kind of expressing who you are in different ways. So definitely.
Awesome. So now to the more personal questions. What is your best Halloween costume you've ever had?
Oh, that's hard.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
So one time, I think I was in middle school, 6th grade. I wasn't anything specific, but I wore all black and a silver mask. That was it.
I was Tom the Tomato from VeggieTales once. I think
Impressive.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, when I was in middle school, I was a very short person, so my costume as a hobbit was one of the best costumes
Oh,
I've
man.
ever had. Walking around barefoot in 60-degree weather was a great time for sure.
So what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Well, does Little Caesars count?
Sure, why not?
We love Little Caesars. We want them to sponsor us.
No, literally, when we were in the studio, we had to space all of our songs out because Hayden was in band at school. We had Little Caesars every single time, like every time.
The $5 pizza, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you're in a band, that's all you can afford. So.
So what's your guys' worst habit?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do the classic drummer thing where I start playing when they're trying to talk during practice because I just can't help it. So probably that.
I wouldn't necessarily call this our worst habit, but we have a habit of not having a bass player in a band, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, that yeah, we've had probably 4 or 5 come and go. It's been a journey for sure.
Any good luck charms?
Before every show, we all eat 1 peanut, and that's it.
That's true. We all eat one peanut.
One peanut.
I think the can of peanuts that we have is probably going to last us at least 10 years. Like, it's pretty big.
All right, so would you guys rather be in the mosh pit or stand in the back?
I would say it depends on the band, really, because there's some bands like Tool, you can't go in the pit because, if you're a musician at least, because you just want to study everything they're doing. You're like, how are they doing that? Like, I don't understand. But there's other bands that you can't help but go in the pit. It's like if you're out of the pit, then you just feel left out.
Reno's a wuss. I think mosh pit is the way to go for every band ever.
No, yeah, definitely mosh pit. Reno, yeah. So we are hardcore moshers here and Pray for Sleep, except for Reno. Grant, what do you think?
I'm afraid I have to agree with Reno. I'm definitely one to appreciate the
Ooh,
music.
It's split.
So, yeah, I'm more to stand in the back and appreciate the musical genius that's happening on stage.
Well, if you go in the mosh pit and you're trying to observe the musicians and then you get knocked out, you're not going to remember what you just saw. So it really depends.
Taylor Swift or Beyonce?
Oh, Taylor Swift for sure. Oh my goodness, she is my queen. She is my celebrity crush. Hey, if you're out there, hit me up.
Yeah, Taylor Swift all the way. I mean, Beyonce's got a good voice, but I think Taylor's creativity is just unbeatable.
See, I'm going to disagree because Taylor Swift had her thing going where she had her genre and then she sold out. And it's good, but like Beyonce's just always been there. So, I mean, she's got the tenure, bro.
I kind of fall in between. I think, Queen Bee, killer music. Taylor Swift, killer music. I'm kind of just,
You're torn.
They both kill it. I'd probably lean towards Taylor Swift, though.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones or Walking Dead?
Walking Dead. Yeah.
You make me sick. Absolutely Game of Thrones. I cannot believe you would choose The Walking Dead.
I would have to say Walking Dead.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Walking Dead. Carl, Rip, I miss you.
Glenn dies.
Yeah, Walking Dead for sure.
Is it ever acceptable to wear Crocs?
Crocs are probably the best shoe ever made.
Like, honestly, there's like,
Comfy as hell.
yeah, there's like, Versace shoes, or Gucci flip-flops, and Crocs is above all.
I mean, if you just like dropped a brick on your foot and you got a swollen foot and that's all you can fit into, then maybe. That's the only time I ever see wearing Crocs as being acceptable.
I personally am not super into Crocs, but I can't judge you for wearing Crocs, man. That's your choice. Whatever.
That's fair. So what was the first concert you guys ever attended?
My first ever was actually Beartooth, believe it or not. What about you guys?
Mine was U2. We waited in line all day long, but we got to get the rail. It's pretty inspiring concert. It's really cool.
I've been going to concerts since like before I can remember, but the one that I can remember is I saw Skillet at Winter Jam. I forget what year it was, but that was so cool. I always loved Skillet too.
Yeah, same for me. Winter Jam is the first concert that I can remember that I went to as a kid. So,
If you guys were on a deserted island, what item would you bring? Just one item.
To a desert island.
Deserted island. Desert
Deserted.
Whatever.
A desert island.
I would bring some dessert.
What kind of dessert?
The good kind.
I'd bring a ghillie suit.
I'll be the classic musician and say I'd bring my vape.
Man, deserted islands are tough. I'm thinking like, man, I don't know. A lot of water. A very, very, very large jug of water sounds like the kind of cop-out I'd go with.
There you go. What's your guys' favorite movie?
Edward Scissorhands. That's all. Oh, wait. What's that one movie that just came out? A Quiet Place? Oh, okay, that's all.
I really loved La La Land.
I'm going to say Monsters, Inc. just because of the childhood sentiment.
I would be split between choosing one of the Star Wars movies or one of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I'm not sure that I could ever decide, so somewhere in there.
What about your favorite superhero?
Deadpool. Hands down, he's hilarious.
Wolverine.
Spider-Man looks the coolest.
Absolutely Deadpool. Definitely.
Good one, good one. So this is the last question of the 20 questions with Pray for Sleep. What's coming up in 2018?
So we actually have shows booked up until July right now, which is a blessing for sure. We've talked about trying to put out more music soon, and possibly doing a music video, and hopefully even doing a week tour around surrounding states, just whatever we can do to get our music to more people and help more people out through our music.
We're just looking to make some more music with our boy Will Carlson at the studio. Yeah, we just got a lot coming up, and we'll see where we are at the end of the summer, and just keep going. We don't have any other plans. I mean,
Awesome.
We should probably find a bass player too at some point. That's also a thing we got.
That might be important. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for taking your time out and talking with us, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.